What you're looking at on this particular day is I have taken the little antique table with the folding side wings off the work surface and put it down here so I can work on. Now, there is, see the movement? So I'm going to attempt to lock this down by putting a screw right here. But if it doesn't work bringing this down, then I'm going to take this little block from underneath and attach it so it brings it down. Then I'm going to strip this out. All right. By the way, I'm Van, the Backyard Carpenter. Baby boomers can do. We're on YouTube. Go out and check it out. But as I make progress on this, I'll show you. All right, let me. Oh, there I am. Anyway, so I'm back in my garage and continue to work on this antique little fold-out table dinner for two. What I have in my hand is this handy-dandy little kit that you can drill a hole and flip it around and then put the screw in, right? Like so. It fits onto your. Let me put it back. All right, like so. Right, and then you can put it on your screw gun. So what I've done over here is I've put a clamp. All right, I got to line up where I'm gonna put this. All right. Take two. All right, what I have in my hand is this handy dandy little adapter that goes on your drill, right? So this will first drill it in, then I flip that around, and then there's my bit for driving the screw. So I'm using what they call finished screws. They are have little bitty heads. So you just attach this to your screw gun, all right, like so, and then you find where you're gonna put the screw in, which is right here. I got it to do just a little bit of countersink, as it's called, just a little bit. Now I'm going to flip this around. By the way, I put a clamp on here so that this will clamp this down. Now I'm going to put, this has a specialized screw bit head. It's a square. Now I'm going to put this in here. It grabs. Alright, now we're going to release this. Alright, so it did lock down this side, which now I can putty that hole. But this is still kicking up. So what I'm going to have to do is attach this little piece of wood in the middle from the underside. Let me show you how this works. Now, this is the bit now that holds it, okay? That holds it. Alright, so it has this little Allen head on the end here. What you do is, let's say I wanted to change out this particular screw head, then I just do like that, pull this one out, all right, and put another one in. In this case, I want the Phillips head. All right, I want the Phillips head. All right, same thing if I wanted to change this out on this side, just loosen up that screw and change this out. All right, but in this case, I want this particular one. So it all goes in here like so, lock it down, and then you're ready to do your hole and then turn around and screw it in. All right, let's do it. This is my little block that I'm going to use to put right here to help get all this to, equalize and get flush or flat. All right. So I got to take this little piece and this screw thing right here, and it's telling me that I need to reduce, all right, I'm going to do it around this so you can see it. I need to reduce the length of this just a little bit. So again, I'm taking this off, find the screw, right, find that Allen head that holds it in place, all right, loosen it up, drop it down, okay, like so, like so. Let's see if I've got that. No, I don't. All right. Let's back off just a little bit. There you go. All right, so now I've got this. I'm going to double check, put my little piece right here. That's all I want. I just want it to barely go through, okay? So it grabs on the other side. So now I'm going to take the lock, unlock it, put it in here, lock it down, put on my gun. All right, let's get a little closer. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, boy, that made me dizzy. All right, so I got to get my leg out of the way right here. Find the halfway point. I do this one first. All right. Oh, that's good. Oh boy. What happened is I didn't tighten back that little screw and the bit has come off into the wood. So I'll be right back. I have drilled the little hole. I can re-find it, but I got to do some glue. On both. All right, I got to do some glue on both sides, like so. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to put it, and hopefully I can line the hole back up. Let's see if I can. There you go. I found it. All right, now I'm going to flip this around. Okay. Flip this around to my Phillips head screw bit and take one of these screws. One of these screws got a Phillips head. All right, and then I'm going to lock this one down. Now I got to do that to the other side, so let's do this. What I'm hoping is I haven't come out the other side on through the table. Oh man, did it again. I'm not tightening that little Allen head. Be able to get this out. So, cut. Now that I've made all the adjustments, and what happened, I didn't have the bit tight enough inside the little holder here, and the bit came out. So now I've finished getting that repaired, and I'm getting ready to put this other screw, and if I did this correctly, it's going to pull this up and make it flush. Alright, so my screw bit is too small for the screw. Ow! All I'm doing is putting slivers in my finger. Alright, I managed to get the little board on the other side, but the screw won't pull it up. So what I'm doing is I'm again using this little bit that goes on this device, alright, and I'm going to pile it. And it doesn't matter if the screw comes through the little board on the other side, I can cut it off. I didn't want it coming through this side, alright, so now I'm going to pile it. So now I'm going to flip this device around to the square head for finished screw. This is a finished screw with a square head, and hopefully this is going to pull it in. Alright, let me get another screw. it's worked. It is now flat. Now I can putty that, and on the other side I do have a screw sticking through. Alright, but I can snap that off. So yes, this coming from this side with that little piece on the back did work. It's now flat. Now I got to decide, am I going to try to putty that? Because I cannot squeeze this together without having to remove the top from the legs, and I don't know what's holding the legs, probably pegs, but that's getting a little too complicated. So I'm going to plug this and plug that one and then start stripping this down. I'm doing something I've never done before. Right, that is, I'm going to take this putty, wood putty, that takes a stain, and I'm going to go ahead and apply the stain to it. Alright? And mix it around. Okay, like so. Okay. Then, alright, let me move the camera around. And get a little closer. Because it's going to be a little too complicated. It's going to be a little too complicated to try to cut a slither of a piece of wood to go in this crack. So now I'm going to put this in here. Alright. Now this is the only part that's still kind of popped up. Now it should be able to sand it down. So I'm putting this in the crack. You know, this is putty with the stain in it. Alright. Like so, all the way down. Got it pretty well covered, and the little patches that I made also, I got those. So now I'm going to take just a rag and wipe down the excess. I've got to strip this entire top, and I'm going to be using the citrus this time instead of the real powerful stuff. Since I've got the garage door, I'm trying to keep it cool in here. It's still a little warm today, so not forgetting in the way. So now I'm going to do the stripper. I've already been working on the legs, now it's time to work on the top. You've seen me do this before. This is this citrus base stripper. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do this time is let it just sit for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then come back and start trying to work with it, stripping off the stain and whatever polyurethane they use or lacquer, whatever they use. Right. So I also gonna have to eventually cover that crack. It doesn't cover another crack. So this is a real small surface, not going to take me long at all. You can get the stripper on here. I got the little side wings up with the little legs locking them in place. And it's going to be, I'm real curious what this stripper is going to do to my wood putty that I added the stain to. Okay, that's it for right now. I gotta wait and come back in about 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes. Actually, it's been longer than 20 minutes. So I gotta find all my putty knives. Start using those. Alright, and I got one more to go grab. Yeah. There you go. Alright. I'm grabbing all my putty knives. And I got my rag sitting right here. So here we go. Removing this off. See what we got? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, come on camera up on a real close-up so you don't see this stuff coming off. It is really just peeling off of here. This is great. Yes, 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 yes. Now I have to do the edges a different way, but all right, this shows you what's coming off of it. Oop, it's just falling off. I can sweep that up. I got some watermarks that I'm going to have to deal with on this side. I just exposed them. What I'm going to do is do the edges and then probably come back and do another coat. But this is what's coming off of it. You can see it right there. So let's throw it in that trash. Now I'm going to do the edges. What I'm doing on the edges is putting a little bit of goop be gone on the rag, and then removing the stain and the gook and everything else. I'm going to put a second coat. As soon as I get the edges up, I'll put a second coat of the citrus stripper. Some of this I'm actually going to have to use my steel wool on the edge.